Right, I'm going to do a part 2 of this Matchroom GIMP video because battery are coming to an end, so I felt I had to rush that. But point I want to get across is this: all these young fighters that are turning pro, have they got it in their heads now that they've got to pal up Kugan Cassius and Michelle Phelps, you know, Rob Tebbett, people like that, these media people? Do they feel like Gareth Davis? Do they feel like they have to be pals with them to get themselves out there? Are these guys over compensating for their training? What's going on? Where are we heading here? You know, do people need to be writing scripts? Is it going to be getting like wrestling? Or are people just going to concentrate on the boxing? Could you imagine Clinton Woods having to do all this? Clinton Woods wouldn't want to get involved with out like this, would he? But is this how it's going? People have to get the face out there. Is that what it's all about? Is that what you've got to be if you want to be a big hitter at Sky Sports? You've got to get yourself out there. Well, in my opinion, there's people, right, that just go about the business and they knock people out, and they're not in the pockets. They're the stars. You know, your Golovkin. You don't see Golovkin and Canelo, do you? In every interview, getting themselves out there, do you? Whereas you get somebody like Tony Bellew that he's palled everybody up, didn't he, at Matchroom? He palled them all up. He got pally with all interview people. He worked his way that way. Good luck to him, but is that the way forward? Because Bellew knows in his heart of hearts his CV is piss poor. Piss poor, innit? That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. His CV is piss poor. But we're going to look back on it, aren't we, in years to come and say, God, is that what boxing were all about? You know, when you've got Tony Bellew, you know, screaming and ranting and raving at press conferences and turning it on and off when he needs to for views, and he doesn't do good numbers, Cougs, and oh, we'll have him on, he does good numbers and all that. Whatever happened to pure talent? Now these gimps, these Matchroom gimps who live in Gimpville, on Gimpville Island, that's where they live, Gimpville, on Gimpville Island. It's an island in the middle of nowhere, and it's this place that's it's just inhabited by gimps, and they get up in the morning and they sing Sweet Caroline. That's what they sing in the morning. These are gimps. These are not normal people. These are gimps. They are gimp people. They're like a master race, aren't they? That's where boxing's heading. Now, it's a sport where a promoter can have a relationship with sanctioning bodies, and he can just get your belts took off you. I mean, look at, for example, Tyson Fury had his belts took off him. Billy Joe's had his belt took off him. This is what can happen. If they can't get them belts off you in the ring, they'll get them off you outside of the ring. Now, Eddie Hearn, he's walking about now, and I've heard off a few people, he's quite proud of the fact that he got Fury's belts off him and Billy Joe's. I know, because I've heard back. I'm not just saying that because I don't like Eddie Hearn. I've got a little bit of admiration for him, but he is a little bit of a rascal, he's young Edward, isn't he? And so is his old man Bazza, but I do respect Bazza. But I just think that boxing's going this way now, like the snooker did when Barry Hearn invented all these characters. It was like Dallas with balls, wasn't it, he once said. You know, you had Hurricane Higgins, Jimmy White, the Whirlwind, Steve Interesting Davis, you know, Willie Jack the Lad Fawn, you know, things like that. Dennis Taylor with the glasses, and oh my God, and Ray Reardon, Dracula, and Eddie Charlton, a tortoise. You know, wearing that tortoise shelled jacket he used to wear, didn't he, Eddie Charlton, because he was really slow. And they had all these characters and we bought into it with snooker, didn't we? Now boxing's going that way. Now I think the only one at Sky who's fighting the fights, and he's not had a European title fight yet, is Dillian White. Sky are doing what they want. Eddie Hearn last year said that Chisora White in pay-per-view. Now all of a sudden it's a pay-per-view. That's craziness. But good luck to him. But I just think that Gimpville Island is where they should all stay. They should not inhabit it, or whatever they call it. It shouldn't come up. It shouldn't cross over at water to where we are, because it's craziness, utter craziness. What these gimps are doing to sport. Do you know what I mean? It's craziness. But it is what it is, isn't it? Well, who are these people here? Povetkin here. Povetkin are blowing up cruiserweight. Do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? Joshua's on front page again. World is not enough. We will not over-egg it. Adam Smith, what's he saying now? Let's have a look what Adam Smith's saying. Is he going on about pay-per-view? In depth with Sky's head of boxing, Adam Smith. Investigating the real value of the championship belt. We will not over-egg it. I think I read that. I think that was Adam Smith saying, that was a few years ago, that wasn't it? Where Adam Smith saying he's not going to... Adam Smith was saying they're not going to kick arse out of it with pay-per-view. Well, they put Mayweather against Conor McGregor on pay-per-view. They put Bellew against Hay twice on pay-per-view, after saying Hay had never be on pay-per-view ever again. That was 4 years ago. He came back. You know, it's just, they contradict themselves all the time. People like Robin Reed, Clinton Woods, people like that who beat more world champions than Tony Bellew, they must be thinking, oh my God, what did we do wrong? I'd like Josh Taylor on Sky, says Adam Smith. Well, of course you would, wouldn't you? Of course you'd like Josh Taylor on Sky, and you'll get him on Sky eventually. You usually get everybody else, don't you? Do you know what I mean? You'll turn Barry McGuigan's fighter against him sooner or later. Something will happen. Probably there's something will happen behind the scenes. But head of Sky Sports, Adam Smith. Look, if they ain't Mr. Bean, I don't know what is. Look at Adam Smith there. Look at that. Are you telling me he's not a normal man? In look at that. Look at Mr. Bean there. Beanie. Oh, Beanie. Unbelievable. Get me raging here. I'll start raging up here. Look, he's here again, Beanie. Look at him here. He's always with him, isn't he? That Pav, I got him an interview with Steffi Bull, him. He says all right things. That Pav, he's turning into it. Look, he's here again, that Pav. He don't ask one question about StubHub to Eddie Hearn, these lot. They don't ask anything to these lot about StubHub. Why not? Why don't they ask him about StubHub, Frank Warren and them? They gloss over it all the time, don't they? Now, look what we've got here. We've got Savannah Marshall. Now, she's a friend of mine, Savannah. Adam Smith said he'd have Savannah on Sky, but Mick Hennessy might have something to say about that. But it wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to pull a stroke and get Savannah, because that's the type of people these people are. This is what they do. This is what they do. Like I said to you, Sky, sorry, it's not Sky. Matchroom have had 4 world champions in 32 years. Herbie Hyde, Joshua, Cal Yafai and Callum Smith. They've had 4 from debut. 4. 2 were Olympians. Callum Smith nearly went to Olympics, but he was a decorated amateur. So they've had 4 world champions from debut in 32 years. So is that investing in fighters? Eh? Is that investing in fighters? So if they've had 30 odd world champions, or is it 30 world champions or 28 or something, whatever they've had, if you add it up it's a lot. If they've only had 4 world champions from debut, where did everybody come from? Where did everybody come from? You know what I think? They came from Gimpville Island. That's what I think. Because these Gimps are not normal people. They are not people that are normal. I don't call them casuals no more. I call them Gimps. That's what they are, Gimps. And something needs to be done about these Gimps, in my opinion. Because they've been getting away with it too long. Oh, what about the next gen? What about these next gens? What are these next gens? What happened to them? Next gen. Is that done now, next gen? Is next gen, is that done? Now that Ritson's been beat, aren't they next gen? Hey. Hey, what are they now? Now that Ritson's been beat, ain't there gonna be more, ain't there gonna be no more next gens? Hey? Cause I don't know, mate. I'm getting worried. I'm getting worried about it. They're moving into USA now. Now I hope they flatten all them Yanks, but they need to start putting shows on that are going to excite us in America, don't they? Because as far as I'm concerned, these shows in America, I don't think that they're what's the word? I don't think they're as good as what they're making out. And this DAZN, I'm not buying into this DAZN, me. I don't buy into it. There'll be something in it for the earns, I can assure you. There's no risk in it involved for them. There's no risk whatsoever for the earns with it. I can assure you, no risk whatsoever. But yeah, these Matchroom Gimps, they're not normal people, are they? These Gimps, they're not normal. And like I said, look at him here, Luis Ortiz. Eddie Hearn signed him, didn't he, Luis Ortiz, when he was #1 ranked interim WBA champ. And not once did he try and get him upgraded. He bought him to manoeuvre him away from Joshua. That's what he did. He bought him to manoeuvre him away from Joshua. But it is what it is, innit? It is what it is. So, but anyway, peace out. Like or subscribe. Just let me know in the comment section what you think about Matchroom Gimps from Gimpville Island. Let me know what you think. Like I said, like or dislike, I'm not really bothered. Let me know what you think about these Gimps. Do you think that there's too many Gimps? Are people who sing Sweet Caroline Gimps? Do they need help? Are these people on like a... Are they under a spell? Has Eddie Hearn cast a spell on them? Because something's not right, innit? What's going on? Boxing can't go on like this no more. It's like WWF with Eddie Hearn. He's like the circus ringmaster, innit? That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Shout out to Justin at the Tea Leaf Company. Will at Colourworks. I'll be sorting that Monday, I promise you. Marnus at Charnwood Kitchens. The lads at Eco Power Armthorpe Doncaster who just chipped me cars. Remapped them, sorry. Thank you very much. Shout out to Jason at Ledger Frames. Shout out to Carl at Edlington Motors. Peace out.